that was the best one we've ever done.
I think so. I don't know. It's funny. I warned that our connection would fuck up, and it was fine up until we started, and now it is not fine.
Did you just hear me crack a beer? Andrew?
I did. It sounded like you cracked a beer underwater in another state, and I have super hearing, but I did hear it.
Well, the answer may surprise you, because actually I'm in Connecticut, Mystic, Connecticut, on the deck of the USS Massachusetts, and I just cracked open a beer because I don't give a fuck if it isn't July 4th. I'm going to celebrate how great this country is. Everyone can line up, suck my dick or not, still line up.
So I do have super hearing then.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's so good.
Oh, yeah. You know when you used to say, I think I can hear everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, you're
I do remember that.
I was like, you're fucking crazy. Get out of town. What? No, seriously, like, you're like the man. This is a great script, by the way, if anybody's doing script treatments right now. Free. This is a throwing you a bone. This is the man who can hear everything.
Free.
Yeah.
Man who heard
starring
everything.
Starring Jim Carrey. The man who could hear everything. It drives him insane until he realizes he can isolate certain conversations. Then he walks by a woman's window when she says, I wish I could just find a guy who was really into badminton. That's the funny part.
Wow.
And then it turns out that Jim Carrey is a retired professional badminton player. So then he's like, how do I angle this to, like, you know, see, like, because I can't knock on her door and be like, oh, I overheard you talking about badminton. Because I'm the man. I couldn't
help but overhear you because I can hear everything.
Yeah, you might have seen me on Larry King. I'm the man who can hear everything. It's not like that. He's high. It's a secret, hidden, forbidden subject.
Jim Carrey and Conjite, Forbidden Subjects.
Part 2.
So
Jim Carrey, the human hard-on, Peter North. Wow, an all-star cast. Let's do a thing that no podcasters do, and play Cast the Movie.
Cast the sequel or cast the remake. Perfect, great.
Let's cast the Conjite. I think Peter North, the human hard-on, would be a great villain. Have you ever seen an interview with Peter?
He could be Duke. Duke the pimp. He makes him eat a watch and then sets his car on fire in an empty lot.
Have you ever seen an interview? Have you ever watched porn star interviews?
No, I bet they're really thrilling.
They're great. They're great. There's a particular porn star. Now, I'm heterosexual, right? I'm a hetero. I like women. I love.
Do you want to say it again? Or louder, maybe?
I like women. Okay.
Gotcha.
Hey. Oh. Yeah, I like women, all right? Yeah. Eyes forward, asshole. Oh, you. Yeah, you. Eyes forward. Don't look at me. I saw you looking. Oh, you're looking at my girl. Oh, that's even worse. See you. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, my neighbor curtains just opened and closed. Sorry.
I love how much interaction with your neighborhood this character gets. It's wild.
It's like I'm in it's like I'm Jim, like fucking in Rear Window. I'm going to say Jimmy Olsen, but it's Jimmy Stewart.
Jimmy Olsen in Rear Window.
It's like I'm Jimmy Olsen in Rear Window.
Was Jimmy Olsen the photographer from Superman?
Yeah.
Wow, damn. Good thing I have super hearing. Me and Jimmy Olsen are tight.
What is something you never see in the Reeve household?
In the Reeve house? Oh, fuck.
Christopher Walken.
Damn.
What a great joke. Brought to you by High School Hans.
I thought you sat there and you Googled Christopher Reeve jokes, which would have been wildly Midwestern of you.
It's straight from the heart, bro.
Damn.
No, would you like me to say it again without any laughter and see if it's the same thing?
Sure.
All right. Let's get serious. Andrew, do you know what you usually see in the Reeve household?
What?
Oh, I fucked it up.
Yeah, I know.
All right, take 2. Say, Andrew.
Yeah.
Do you know what you never see in the Reeve household?
I don't know.
Christopher Walken.
Still
Get it? Because Chris Reeve fell off a horse because he was doing that rich dude shit, which plays to my point I made last week. We don't do rich dude shit. Just enjoy what you have because you're not always going to have it. Don't do rich dude shit.
The ability to move yourself.
Yeah, you lost this power Superman what? He's probably too bold. The universe doesn't like bold people.
No,
Look at D.B.
definitely
Cooper.
not.
D.B. Cooper was bold as fuck. And he fell off a plane accidentally.
I believe he's still out there.
You think so? I mean, it'd be really
Not
easy.
even a little bit. No. Not for one iota
Somebody
do I believe
found
D.B. Cooper's
his-
still out there.
Somebody found his fake license on a riverbank in Washington State not too long ago.
Yeah, that's he's Dunskies.
Can we talk about how hot it is for a moment? Do a little weather report.
That sounds great. I'm in a central air conference room, so I've been very comfortable all day.
I wear Right Guard deodorant since I was in high school, right? This shit, it's probably giving me cancer because of all
for
the
sure.
alum in it. But this shit, you definitely won't smell ever. I sweated through my deodorant today at work. And when I wasn't near the air conditioner, it was 100 degrees in my office. And I had to do a bunch of filing. Not filing in the normal way, but scanning a bunch of files of dead people.
Sick.
People who have recently died and left money. And then I have to, what's called, which one of my bosses called substantiative, which isn't a word.
That's a brand new one. All right, that's great.
I was like, okay, bookworm.
Everyone
you're
just
a little-
believes they can make. Everyone just thinks they can just make up facts, and they're facts.
Yeah.
So yeah, no,
Well,
that's a word.
It's very funny because everybody is efforting right now, hardcore.
Super. It's very obligatoriative.
It's very imperological that you. No, but that's actually like the way people are sending emails because we have a performance consultant coming in on Monday, and you know heads are gonna roll. So I have to announce Andrew, and to the world. I'm putting in my notice tomorrow.
All right, so let's talk about this because it's been evident to anyone who knows you casually online in any capacity that was going to happen. Are you putting in your notice just because you know the performance consultant's going to axe you?
No.
Okay.
It's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I could tell.
I'm miserable. Stress makes me look like I'm 50 fucking years old. I've gained weight. It's just not a good look.
Just not working
Performance. I would love to stay. I mean, I'm still going to be there for the human drama of the performance consultant.
Now that is good.
Because the VP, instead of having a full meeting, picked certain people to have one-on-one meetings with. Your boy's got a meeting on Monday.
Oh, shit.
So, I would like to preempt that by controlling my own destiny. And so when potential employers call my place of work, I can say that I left on my own volition, not that I was canned.
So how are you going to do it? Do you have it
Letter.
mapped out? Are you just going to hand them a letter silently?
No, I'm going to go in and be like, hey, it's a long time. It's the writing's on the wall, but I'm going to be real kiss-assy about it. Give it to my manager, who's actually only there for a half day tomorrow and off all next week.
Excellent.
So it's kind
Really
of
good.
shitty.
Yeah, you just really got. I'm thinking right now I'm going on vacation in 2 days, and if somebody put in their notice tomorrow, damn,
Yeah.
fuck this person. So that's really good. Good job.
It's kind of screwy, but I read online today. I researched. They said Friday's the best day to do it.
I think Friday is the best day to fire people, though. I don't know if it's necessarily the best day to quit. I don't know if that works, but maybe.
Monday's reckoning day. So, it's fine. It's fine. I have many hooks in the water, and interviewed this past week for a super good opportunity, and we'll see. I've got enough padding to last me the year, so I'm good. I'm good.
Sick. I had a great thing today. As anyone who's listened to the past, 25 episodes or so, I left my old job where I had a really fucking nice 401k. It was the job was shit, but my 401k was really good.
Yeah.
It was exactly it was like my dream 401k. It was awesome. So leaving that really fucking made me sad. I got to this new job and I'm like, all right, I got to figure. I'm learning this whole thing. I can't do this right now. I'm going to give myself a couple weeks to fucking not sweat the 401k thing. It's good. Like my other portfolio vastly outperformed like every other thing. It's like it's cool. Yeah, I got a little like wiggle room. It's fine. It has now been almost 7 months, and today I was just like, fuck. Like I have got to fucking do this for real. I've got to do this in no joking. So
Are you light? You light right now?
No, it's just like, yo, if you are not investing, like if you fuck up and you don't invest in a while, you are actively losing money.
Yeah.
Future you is watching their bank account drain because you're not like it is money plus time. It's not just money. That's the misconception. So
And as time goes on, you become less valuable.
exactly. So I'm getting real mad at myself, and I get about like an hour set up today. And I go into the other room in the back, and I like close the door and like make it really evident that I do not want to be fucking disturbed.
And the moment struck you, you thought of a beautiful woman.
And I'm
you
sitting
had a
there.
little-
I'm behind frosted glass, so I kind of get off because people can see me and like see movement, but they can't really tell. You know.
Oh my God!
so,
You
yeah,
could
it's
totally cuff off in there, no sweat,
super
and get all the
good.
stress out
right?
of your life.
It's like a
you know?
stress ball, but it's just stress balls.
You'd have just a thing of tissues. I
yeah.
don't use lotion. Fuck that. I
No,
don't
no,
use
go
lube
dry,
to
go
jerk
dry.
off. I do go dry. I don't know these people use like after I use lube. I'm like, oh, cool.
Yeah, now I gotta go
I'm
wash
like-
my hand. To echo last week, now I have to go, and I can't even just get in the shower. Now I have to
No,
use
it's
like
a whole
detergent.
thing.
No,
Well,
forget
I
it. No.
do. Yeah, I have to. I have to get like a loofah and scrub.
Yeah, and it's
Because
never
that
really
shit-
gone, and it smells like banana in the room for some reason. Like somebody got banana lube.
Would
It's
you
just
buy your
fucking-
lube at a bodega?
Yeah, it's just like no, it's
Maui
not a good
Wowie
look.
lube. Yeah, I'll take a pack of Newport 100s and the triple pack of the Maui Wowie lube, and some 7 condoms.
7.
7 condoms are the ones that are for people with the shrinky dink.
Wow, I didn't know that was a real thing.
Yeah,
Interesting.
7 condoms. Not to be confused with 7 jeans, but I guess in a way it's kind
Kinda
of the
the
same
same.
concept. Yeah, like when you were a total scene kid and you wore your girlfriend's 7 jeans, and you knew that you weren't packing anything.
Yeah, no, it's everything's fucking rolled up inside.
Yeah, and this girl with like pierced hip bones and like crazy scene like leopard print hair, and you're in there, you're in good. And I always have to talk about sex.
I know you really
love
brought
it.
it there. I was talking about a
Well-
401k, and you got us to fucking you got us to wearing women's jeans in 2
I
moves.
remember a common complaint about scene kids was that women, when I would sleep with a scene girl, she's like, "Oh, I love that you don't have exposed hip bones because when I fuck normal scene dudes, I get bruised hip bones."
That's so weird.
And I said, "Are you calling me fat?" And they're like, "Well, no, but I mean, you're like a big dude." And I said, "Okay." So then I had a crisis of conscience saying, am I not hitting it well enough? Because I want to leave bruises too.
You got to leave bruises.
You got to leave a mark. Leave your mark. That's the name of my scene band that I'm starting. I have a big surprise for you, by the way. Remind me later about music. Anyway, continue. about
I'm
your
sorry, you
401k.
broke up with me a little bit there.
Andrew, don't break up with me.
I'm breaking up with you. We broke up a little bit right there.
Please don't break up with me. Have you ever pleaded with somebody to not break up with you?
No. It seems undignified.
Oh, I've done it. It's awful. Please. I remember I did that with Al Statue Girl, too.
Phew, damn.
See, what you see behind the scenes is I'm a swashbuckler. I throw Al statues. But then I'm on fucking text, and I try to call.
Multiple
like a-
E's,
like a week.
please.
Yeah, like a week later, like, please don't break up with me. Like, you know and I know that this is really good. Like, I'm using, like, used car salesman terminology. You know and I know you're not going to find a better car on this road right now. So why don't you make your decision?
It's a good question. Why don't you?
Exactly.
Sounds
Why
like
don't
she
I-
did, though. Sounds like she made it with authority.
Serious
right
question,
after that.
Andrew. Would you hire me at the Chalk Factory?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, like maybe I don't know, like floors always need to be swept. You know,
What do we?
like it's
Okay,
it's
so
dirty.
let's do salary negotiation.
I actually think there's a role at the Chalk Factory you'd probably be pretty all right at.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, shit. We'll have to talk offline about that.
Damn straight.
Is it? Can I work remotely?
You cannot.
Fuck. Can I live? I have to live in Little LA.
Yeah, you gotta live in. That's the only way to make it work.
Sleep on your couch.
Or you can live in like Armonk or some shit, some real like.
See,
real
I
depressing
love
spot.
when people move to Brooklyn. They're like, I'm just gonna move to Peekskill and just like take the train in
Yeah,
every
take
day."
the train and
And
2
their
days
life
later
is
wanting to fucking put a gun in their mouth.
their life is leaving for work at 5:45 in the morning and getting home at 8:30 at night. Nice life.
I
And
have
you
a
just signed a
person-
lease in Peekskill.
I have a person who works for the Chalk Factory who crosses the Tappan Zee twice a day.
Yo,
this.
kill yourself.
It's fucked up.
Plus, you're spending $30 a day on tolls.
Yeah, it's not great. Not a good look. But hey, you know,
That's-
I can't tell how people had to live their lives. You know,
That's not a good drive.
no, it's not. It's like I'll go so far as to say a bad drive. It's a bridge that is currently sinking into the water that a crane just collapsed on last
Yeah,
week.
they're having all kinds of trouble.
Good. Beautiful thing of that bridge is had they moved it a mile downstream, it would have been perfectly fine on solid bedrock, but we would have had to share tolls with New York or with New Jersey. So New York State opted to move it a mile upstream to where it was built on effectively sand that shifts every 9 years.
That's fucking great.
Really good.
Plus, any man worth his salt takes the fucking Palisades Parkway. Hello.
I don't fuck around with that.
No, you go to you can pick it up at Fort Lee. You go up. It's nice. It's quiet. Not a lot of traffic ever. You get off, no problem.
Nah, I
If
don't,
you've seen, if I'm talking in terms of MapQuest, if you see New City, you've gone too far. If you see the exit for New City, you've gone too far, and you have to wait for the little bookstore to turn around, which is kind of a pain
really,
in the ass.
you know your shit here. I'm stopping this dinging. Bear with me if I cut out on you for a second. My computer has been dinging at me for a minute now.
Yeah,
There we
I
go.
can hear that.
It's going away now. Boom. Problem solved.
Well, I have a similar problem, only it sounds like there's a raccoon dying in my backyard.
Is it possible that's what it is? I actually think I hear it.
Yeah. Listen.
What is happening there?
I don't know. I'm glad this mic is so good at it picks up everything. I even have a wind like a wind screen on this as well as a pop filter, and you can still hear it's definitely an injured bird.
It sounds really good. So you get to listen to that all night until the cat gets it.
Yeah, I might just go over and stomp on it. Daddy needs to sleep. Got a big day tomorrow.
Wow.
Yeah, so I
you're
mean,
walking right in tomorrow. First thing,
Yeah.
not even stopping by the water cooler, just going right in, dropping
Yeah.
it down on the desk, and being like, "It's time."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I might do the mail run first because then I can drop it off to HR first.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'll drop it off to HR first, let them know. Then I'll drop it off to my boss and be like, here's the scenario. No reason to stay is a good reason to go.
Are you putting in your full 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Definitely. If
Are
not
you
more.
going to wear a Black Sabbath t-shirt every day of those 2 weeks?
Under my fucking work clothes, definitely. My new coworker, Sarah, who is like my age or a little younger, and is like her boyfriend. She talks about her husband, and I could tell he's a total craft beer dude. She's like, "Oh, you're so weird. I love it." And I was like, "Oh."
I had that fucking feeling a few days ago. Like, I'm in a spot that is like I see a lot of people in my age bracket and younger who are really doing the craft beer dad, actual dad, like pushing strollers and like their wives are all getting the same short haircut.
Right. I want to speak to a manager here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's yes, that is happening, and it's all around where I'm at. And I was walking down the street, feeling like I'm not that weird. Like I get that I'm weird, but I'm not that weird. Like I could probably with the right shove, I could fall into this. You know, like it's not a hard jump for me to fall or to like. I could go undercover real easy. And it really occurred to me that I am now I'm officially in my late 30s now. I'm on the other side of 35. I now really have to double down on being weird. It's either that or I have to try and play catch up with this fucking dude. So I got to double down on being weird. That's the only way to do it. There's only two options. So I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll have like an all-seeing eye tattooed on each palm soon or something. But
you and every other person in Williamsburg for sure.
I gotta double down. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I have something better than that. A person that I used to be involved with got a. I'm going to pause so you can hear the dying bird one more time before I say this. Okay. An American football palm tattoo.
Whoa! Holy shit!
And I'm not kidding. I don't give a shit who you are. That is like professional, like that's like Hall of Fame level whack.
That's really up there with like Earth Crisis face.
Yeah, if that were to go viral, that would be wild. If more than 900, I'm being generous, if more than 500 people in the world, in the United States, cared about American football, which might be true, that would go viral and substantiate some sort of see, I'm in work mode where I'm like, that would substantiate a bit of
we've had a lot of learnings about American football through the most recent metrics available to us currently.
Those are all the emails I get. All of a sudden everybody's fucking IBM, Tom Watson.
Weasel words. It's people are just going to start to talk in weasel words in the real world now. It's going to be awesome. Everyone's going to treat themselves as though they're a brand and use weasel words to talk about an election that they don't like either person in, that they're going to vote anyway.
You're fucking treating this election like it's a hobby.
Yeah, it's really good.
I posted all shit. I was so fucking fed up. People are like, Bernie or bust. Ooh, like posting grams from like round. Yo, this is first of all, your vote is meaningless. Let that sink in.
Let's go further. Your feeling is meaningless.
Your feeling is meaningless. You are not even a fucking crack in the sidewalk of life. No one cares. All right? No matter how hard you try, no matter how many fucking songs you write, no matter how many fucking pictures you post on Instagram, it doesn't matter. You're nothing. Nobody does anything. And, especially in the election, to treat it like a... your vote, it's like, I'm so conflicted because your vote doesn't matter, but also you're treating this election, this important, weird election, like it's fucking like Pokemon Go.
That's the sort of the thing. People hate both candidates and hate the election and hate the whole thing, but love a loud noise. God damn, do they love a loud noise.
God damn, they do. They love all caps.
Whatever the first thing that's the loudest thing at the first moment that you have a chance to think about something other than how you're going to die broke, and that's going to be the thing. That's it.
How fucking playing Warhammer and eating takeout isn't going to pay the bills. And you think that your master plan is to live off your parents' inheritance, but then your folks have to go to a nursing home, and then you have to fucking sweep floors somewhere for the rest of your life.
I feel that.
Yeah, that was my master plan for like a long time. And then I'm like, fuck, my dad's definitely going to a nursing home. I'm going to dump a bunch of this shit into an IRA and cross my fingers.
I've started wondering if my father is dead.
Have you talked to him? When's the last time you talked to him?
Months ago. And it's like, I try and do, like, I think we did this once before. We did the math as to if I died, how you would find out. And, it was really easy. It's just like somebody would call my mother would cry, my cousin would put it on Facebook, that was it.
No, if you died, I would probably get a text from Gab immediately.
Or from Gab. Whoever the person who picks up my corpse calls from my broken, bloody iPhone would get a message to you in a jump. It's easy.
Why would you have a broken? Were you
Because I'd be
in
hit by a
Uber?
car, I'd imagine. Or,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're in
or
Uber
I
that
just,
got-
I would have, fucking the ghost of Kimbo Slice rose up from the ground and bludgeoned me senseless.
Excuse me, came down from the sky.
Came down from the sky. My bad.
No, not Rose. I mean, that man is pure faith and did not go to hell. He went to heaven.
I
He's
actually
the bouncer.
I'm sorry.
He's the bouncer at God's
The
Club.
bouncer in God's Club, where Heaven's Band is playing with Miss Cleo now promoting the show.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm new to town. Hello. I'm going to tell you a fortune, Freddie Mercury. You're not going to like it. That's my Miss Cleo
That
impression.
was really
everybody.
good.
Hello, please. And Freddie's like, oh, you're fabulous. I love you. And then David Bowie is like, doesn't even talk because he secretly doesn't like black people.
Wow, and that's
at
a
all.
secret.
Look at them. Look at David Bowie, though, right? He married Iman. Classic fucking white guilt move. Secondly, he idolized fucking German design.
Mm-hmm.
Sketchy. And he fucking experimented on children by injecting boiling water into their veins.
I don't think that's real.
That's what I heard. You're not on the right message board, bro.
Apparently, yeah. I skipped that.
Mimicking
part.
the human experimentation performed by Joseph Mengele.
Jesus, wow.
So he's got his shit. Let's dance, fucking dancing in the streets, fucking messing around with Mick Jagger, whatever that scene was. That room must have stunk. Because the whole thing, I remember, even when I was a kid, they came out with like, oh, I hooked up with Mick Jagger. It's no big deal. During the recording of Dancing in the Streets, which you can tell that they have a disarming sexual chemistry in that video. Like they're ready to suck each other's cocks off anytime. So if you want to Google David Bowie and Mick Jagger dancing in the streets and watch that video, how did we get here?
I have no idea.
Damn.
Is the question of what was that scene like?
What was that scene like?
Damn.
Like, oh, come into my trailer, or is it like, oh, I've got an apartment. I mean, obviously, I'm a rich man. I've got an apartment in the city. That's like a sign of status. Come to my apartment. Fucking, we'll dust off. Maybe take a shower together. Whatever.
I mean, that was the talk of the town when I was a kid.
What, Mick Jagger and
David Bowie.
fucking? It doesn't matter what you wear, just as long as you are there. Remember that song?
Mm-hmm.
I sung that drunk at gay karaoke once, and a bear hit on me by putting his hand in my back pocket.
Wow, damn.
And I spun around quick, ready to strike because I thought I was getting pickpocketed. He told me, whoa, settle down, man. I just wanted to say hey. And I realized the bear community is there waiting for me whenever I want to go gay.
That is kind of cool. That's nice. You got like a spot.
I was
That's
reminded,
like your
there's-
cheers. You're like your norm of the Albany bear community.
Hey, the straight guy who fucking, as soon as you turn, you're going to be like waist deep in chubby, stinky gay guys with stinky belly buttons who can't wait to fucking suck you off. Great. Sign me up.
Sounds great.
Where
Go
do
for it.
Where do I sign? Where do I sign in triplicate for that? I can't wait. Where do I sign a legal document ensuring that I get? Well, the thing is, I would never suck off. I mean, the thing is, when I did gay stuff, the awful thing, and gay people, gay fans over and I drive can back me up.
At the edge of their seats right now.
Men don't keep themselves clean. If you've been out partying all night, you're downstairs. It's
wild.
not good. It's musty,
Ugh.
Yeah, exactly. Ugh. So what I mean, I imagine I felt like I had like a Joan Baez moment where I felt the woman's struggle when I was sucking a cock. I felt the woman's struggle. I was like, how many dirty dicks do women go down on every night? Like your boyfriend's been out skating. Fucking, first of all, fucking blow your brains out. Your boyfriend's been
Always
out skating.
come back to this guy.
Yeah, your boyfriend's been out skating all day.
It's Ronrico.
He's fucking high and drunk, and he wants a blowjob. Your move. Oh, well, I like him, so I'll give him head. But it's like, bleh.
Oh, damn.
Very, very gross. It's not good down there. But why do you put up with it? Why don't you say go in the fucking shower, motherfucker? Do the waist-high
You're supposed
shower.
to go in the shower.
You're supposed to shower twice a day. That's what I learned when I was growing up.
Yeah, get in there. Go shower again. I'm going to watch you make sure. I'm like, oh, jeez. All right.
When I was a child, my father used to call deodorant pit juice.
Wow.
Remember
God
that?
damn. No, I have no
remember?
recollection of that
You
whatsoever.
remember?
No, I don't.
Remember when we were children, we played together, Andrew?
No, I don't remember that.
Anyways.
That'd be a trip, though. Like, oh, that's right, I did. I went to summer camp. Holy shit! Yeah.
Holy shit! We did. Well, you say summer camp, and of course, my mind goes to like experimentation.
Of course, yeah, exactly. We're like, oh,
And
fuck.
and we experimented. Now, and I'm not talking with beakers and fucking making the volcano erupt or whatever. I'm talking about a different kind of eruption.
Different. Oh yeah.
First timer, first come with a man.
Learning.
Learning. Learning. That would be the best name for a gay porn ever. Learning. Learning.
Like, aside from the gay part, but this actually happened to me.
Oh my god. Oh,
It's going to be on my tombstone. Aside from the gay part, this actually happened to me, ellipsis.
Let me get my popcorn ready.
No, I was growing up really good friends for like 3 years with this kid, like super like attached to the hip style. You know, like when you're like 8, 9, you just have your bud, and that's just it, and you both get beat up by the same people. So like that's your bonding thing. Me and this kid were fucking inseparable, and he moved to Schenectady and went to a different school, which to a 9-year-old may as well be moving to fucking Minnesota. It's just like, all right, well, cool, you're out of my life now because I cannot get to Schenectady. So, been real, fucking 14 miles may as well be 1,400. So, that was it. And it was like before the internet. It's not like you could like email this kid. It was just like, that was that. And then fast forward 25 years later, I'm at a friend's party. And well, no, it can't be 25 years later, but like, yeah, years later. And I'm at a friend's party.
Oh my god.
Sitting around like talking shit. I'm talking to this one guy, and he says his name, and I'm like, wait a minute. Yo, we were like the best of friends in like 3rd and 4th grade. It's like, holy shit, wow. Like, we have this whole thing. It's like really wild. Everyone at the party can't believe it. It's so fucking crazy.
Whoa.
Let's catch up. Let's get on Facebook or get a drink. It's going to be fucking awesome. This dude sucks. He's the worst. He's still like on my, and I could tell he thinks I suck too. So it's not like I'm not talking shit. Like we
Jesus.
actively dislike each other.
Wow.
I keep him on Facebook. He's one of those people I keep on just to be mad. And this dude sucks so bad. He is the worst. Like, definitely owns like a Rick and Morty t-shirt.
Oh
like, this dude sucks so
the type
bad.
of dude who like openly quotes Bob's Burgers.
Oh, yeah. Got all about Bob's Burgers. Definitely has like a favorite local whiskey.
Fuck
you know,
me.
like
Oh my god.
infinite pictures of him getting.
I like the railway turnstile
Yeah.
whiskey from Turnstile Distillery.
Yeah, owns a Jedi cloak for sure for like premieres. Sucks so bad. So yeah, you know what? You see everyone in your life again. I promise you will see everyone in your life again. But who fucking cares? It's just let you gotta let times be times, and they have to go.
That's it. Life is moving whether you like it or not.
Remember when we played with the guy in Va Beach? There was like the singer-songwriter who dressed like Tom Waits.
Darren Deaside.
Yeah, that you guys had played with like, what, 2 years earlier?
Yeah.
That was the nexus of you see everyone again. Because it's just like, oh yeah, I mean, if you run into this fucking dude again, you see everyone again.
It's so funny you mentioned that because that was the moment where I realized that music maybe isn't the move.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Because I talked to him, I'm like, oh my god, Darren Deaside, holy shit. He's like, yeah, like Last time you saw me was the first date of my tour, and I'm still on that tour.
Whoa.
Like, he's on an endless tour. Google Darren Deicide. He still plays all the time.
I don't want to.
No, yeah, and you probably have fucking $8.
You know what though? All right, let's deconstruct that though, because I
Okay.
bet if your ambition is to not sleep in the same bed, like I'm sure that's somebody's ambition. Like whatever, I just want to keep moving, just doing a thing. I can think of fucking worse ways to do it than to play not great music to small amounts of people every night and then drive 100 miles on the fumes that they paid you and just keep doing it. Like, I not for me. I'm good, you know. Like,
We
I'm
did-
all
we did
set.
that.
Yeah, we
We
tried
did
it.
that for a
Didn't
long
take.
time.
Not with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just that dude's lane, I guess. It's weird.
No, honestly, that's cool, and that's what people like Bob Dylan used to do, and just like, I'm just gonna play this fucking countercultural coffee shop, and nobody knows it exists, and then someone's gonna say, "Well, I'm awesome," and I'm gonna agree, and then someone's gonna write a fucking news clipping about me, and it's gonna be great, and then I'm playing the Bottom Line in New York, and I get discovered, and then 2 years later, I'm in a limousine, and I write Positively 4th Street about some fucking music writer I kicked out of my limo. How weird.
I thought it was Phil Oakes.
It might have been Phil.
I think it was Phil Oakes.
I think it was the first diss track in recorded history about Phil. That song is definitely about Phil Oakes. You're right. Poor Phil Oakes.
I
real-
like Phil Oakes' later years. I think that's a good look. When he starts
The
walking around
real-
dressed like Elvis with shit in his pants. It's really good.
Can we talk about the saddest folk singer deaths ever?
Yeah, absolutely.
Stan Rogers,
How'd he die?
Canadian folk singer, like very balladery, like nobody you'd ever really listen to. But my folks used to listen to him, and then I'm like, you know what? What's going on with Stan Rogers? Because my mom used to get a wet one for his fucking Stan Rogers, and had all his records and shit. Oh, sorry, Mom. And so I'm like, then I read that he died in a fucking, not a plane crash, a plane fire.
That's so ghoulish. Jesus.
It's so ghoulish.
Was he in
It's
midair
perfect.
when he died?
No, let me read the whole synopsis here. I will, because I have to do the man justice, because he's a great singer-songwriter. Whatever. He died at age 33 in 1983 in Kentucky of all fucking places, right? Okay, so Rogers died alongside 22 other passengers, most likely of smoke inhalation, on June 2nd, 1983, while traveling on an Air Canada flight after performing at some folk festival. It was flying to Montreal when an in-flight fire forced it to make an emergency landing in Cincinnati. Smoke was filling the cabin from an unknown source, and once on the ground, the plane doors were open, allowing passengers to escape. Rogers was, sadly, they only had 60 seconds to escape, and Rogers was one of the passengers still on the plane at the time of the fire, and he fucking died.
Jesus Christ.
And this is 1983, so you probably made like $300 at the folk festival, right? Plus airfare, whatever. And then you die in a plane fire. Wild.
Damn. So wait, I checked out for a second because I realized we're talking about a lot of people dying in planes in this episode. I was going to keep it going. But, so, wait, did the plane crash?
The plane was on fire.
But they landed?
Pilot. Yeah, the plane was on fire. I don't know how. I think that my opinion on the conspiracy theory is that the government plotted to kill Stan Rogers because he wrote songs about how great Canada was.
That's likely.
And he didn't. Yeah. Probably somebody put out a cigarette. Whatever. Because this was back when you could smoke on planes, which is like a little nightmare.
Holy fuck. I would
So
have fucking
funny.
hijacked that plane.
Well, it's so funny that they used to have a non-smoking section in restaurants and airplanes, and it's like smoke permeates. Smoke is like water; it will find
it's
a way.
not how it works. Yeah, like have you not been here before? Are you fucking new?
Yeah, like I smell your smoke, and therefore you're awful.
It
Young
sucks
Bucks.
because we're going to be the last fucking generation to die of secondhand smoke, like cancer, in our 60s. Like, from having to live through the very tail end of people being illogical as fuck.
Yeah, like being at a show and having it full of smoke.
Yep, and that's normal. That's just normal. Like, oh yeah, we go out. You know, I never noticed until people stopped smoking how terrible it was. Did you have that moment where, like, New York State put the smoking ban in? And by the way, when New York State banned smoking, somebody got stabbed to death over it. Think on that.
Yeah. Think on that.
Yeah, did you have that moment where you sat in a bar that wasn't smoky and felt as though you were the stupidest person on planet Earth for not having realized that this was, like, not cool? I remember vividly the moment I was in Iffy's bar in fucking Albany, New York, watching fucking retarded man sing Blinded by the Light. And I'm just like, Jesus, what was ever the fuck wrong with me? Like, this is so insane. Yeah, I don't know.
That's great.
I don't know what to do.
I remember going home smelling like smoke so bad.
But that's just a thing. It's just like it's how it happened. You throw the smoky clothes on the ground and you don't clean them for days, and they get they get that deep funk to them.
People reminisce about old times, but old times were really bad. And so just embrace the new times. That's all I'm saying. Because if this was the old times, people would think you're a fucking poser. People were a lot edgier back then. People had a lot of, like, a harder edge. Which wasn't necessarily great. Like, I'm not saying that, like, oh, yeah, it's fucking great. But I saw a video of John Joseph elbowing somebody last weekend.
Like, he elbowed somebody last weekend?
Well, there was this whole show for Dr. No from the Bad Brains who's, like, dying or whatever. But then he's like singing his songs with the Cro-Mags, and then he elbowed somebody who was trying to sing along. And people framed it as, oh, well, you know, he used to live on the streets, so, like, that's just his natural instincts kicking in.
Yes, that's what's happening.
Yeah, that's exactly, because he lives in the streets now, right? So,
it takes 45 days to develop a new habit, not 45 years.
Yeah, so, like, he just wanted to be cool and elbow, like, a 20-year-old dude singing along to a song that was written before his dad ever met his mom. Cool. Whatever. But if someone else did it, it would be, like, the worst thing ever. At a fest, like at a hardcore fest, if, like, somebody elbowed somebody or punched somebody.
Yeah, just fucking started throwing fists.
It would be like, oh my God, that's so fucked up, and oh my God, and why, and everything else. But because it's this one dude, totally understandable. He's vegan.
Jesus.
He's tough. I want to get back to the days where people, like, would hit each other in the head with claw hammers.
You know,
I remember.
We're because this whole time we've been talking. All right, we were talking about airplane shit. And we were talking about the fucking airplane fire, and it made me think, have you ever heard of Federal Express Flight 705?
I want to say yes.
It's an incident. We may have talked about it. So, all right. So, this is a dude who worked for Federal Express.
Oh, my God. Yes, I know all about this.
Yeah, it's so good. Dude works for Federal Express, and he was going to lose his job, or maybe he had lost his job, or he was in the process. And decided he couldn't get another job. I don't know who the fuck thinks like this. So he was going to hijack a plane and crash it and make it seem like an accident so his family would get his life insurance before he got fired. So he smuggled 2 claw hammers onto this plane that he was supposed to be on for work. And they take off. And as they're at altitude, this dude busts into the fucking cockpit with claw hammers and hits the pilot in the head with the ass end of the claw hammer. So, of course, pilot loses motor function and, like, his right arm starts, like, moving wildly. So the plane starts to go into, like, these insane motions. Meanwhile, all right, so co-pilot is trying to fight this guy off. He's just being beaten bloody with a hammer. And meanwhile, somehow the pilot maintains understanding as to what's happening and starts to put this. I think I don't know if it was a 747 or is damn it, I forget what size. No, sorry, it was a DC-10. Starts putting them into effectively, like, military evasive maneuvers, things that the plane was not at all rated for. So they're both in seatbelts, so they're fine. But this dude has no seatbelt. Is just being thrown around the cockpit like he's a fucking pinball. This guy with half a brain and one arm, manages to land this plane. Somehow gets the plane on the ground, and they said police opened up the door to the cockpit. They said it was like a Saw movie or like whatever the reference would have been in 1994.
Like whatever.
It was like an actual horror movie. It was just covered in blood. Not a single person died. All
Jesus
three of these
Christ.
motherfuckers are still walking around.
I'm reading the transcript actually from tailstrike.com.
Oh shit! I want to read this.
And a line is, "Ow, Jim, he's biting me. Stay down. He's after the hammer, Jim. Where's he going?"
In my mind, this is all spoken in like droll pilot speak.
Yeah.
Jim, he's going
Well,
for the
so,
hammer. Where is he going right now?
Jim, and just let everybody know, Jim's biting me right now. Just let me know. Welcome to Cincinnati. Before you land, I just want to let you know that Jim's biting me right now, and it's also 75 degrees and sunny. So we're gonna have a good flight tonight. And thank you for flying American Federal Express Airlines.
Man, I don't think
Wow.
I have been on a plane this year, which is weird. It's like I can't remember the last time I haven't been on a plane like many times by now in a year, just going back and forth to bullshit Chicago.
Would you like to know the greatest line from this whole transcript?
please.
As I've been, kill the son of a bitch.
Oh,
Kill him,
wow.
kill him, kill him, kill him. Sounds of groans from JT in rear. Jim, Jim, Jim. Sounds of struggle. Jim, help me. Sounds of struggle. Groans from JT, who's the captain. At this point, Captain Sanders is too high for runway 9, can hear that the fight behind him is far from over, and considers putting the airplane on autopilot at 7,000 feet while he goes back to put an end to the struggle. Instead, he decides to get the airplane on the ground and switches to runway 36L and decides that because there's nobody, there's no one really in the cockpit at the moment, he's going to rub out a quick one.
Wow.
Yeah.
He's a hero. American hero. He's like Sully.
You know, we're talking about action, right?
We are talking about action.
I'm talking about fighting. I think it's time for another Charles Bronson trailer.
Oh, perfect. Let's do this.
All right.
We missed last week.
Oh, shit. It's not starting.
Son of
Fucking-
a fucking bitch.
My girl.
A sensational crime.
Of course.
An airtight alibi.
We can't lay a finger on this guy.
And a chain. of
Wilford
evidence.
Brimley.
Whoa!
Charles Bronson is a cop looking for a killer.
Get
and
the
he's
fuck
running out
out.
of time.
Oh, really? Wow, stretch for him.
You can't punish me.
When the guilty go free,
Holy shit.
the system is the crime.
I want a killer, and what I want comes first.
Well, how come I've never heard him mention a daughter?
It seldom crosses his mind that he has one.
He's one
fuck.
angry man with someone to protect.
Wrong me with your father.
He can make a difference.
He just kissed his daughter on the lips.
Whoa.
Girls won't have anything to do with you, but you get back at them, don't you?
I won't listen to your filth.
Holy shit, he just punched a guy.
Evidence obtained under duress? It's inadmissible, Leo. We got no evidence and we can't hold this kid.
He's our man, Captain. I'm gonna get him. Found some blood.
He's lying. There was no blood on my clothes and he knows it.
Every time you hear that gunshot, it's the same picture. It's the same shot of Charles Bronson shooting.
Damn. I
Like,
love
it's
it.
a-
What is this?
This is 10 to midnight.
10 to fucking midnight. Wow.
And buckle up because there's 2 more minutes of this trailer left.
Jesus.
How do you plead, Warren? Guilty or not guilty? Not guilty.
There he is again.
Do is get involved with a cop.
Well, I don't blame you. I
Holy
went back to
shit.
the lab and I talked to the technician. And I asked him if
Why didn't you ask me?
Isn't it true, Lieutenant? You planted the evidence.
You know why.
we could nail him sooner or later.
After counting how many more dead. He had to be stopped.
After all the evidence is in, he'll reach his own verdict and execute the sentence by the deadline when there is no justice. This man is the law.
Jesus
10
Christ.
to midnight. Charles Bronson, Lisa Eilbacher, and Andrew Stevens in a Golan Globus production of a J. Lee Thompson
Golan
film.
Globus.
10
Of course it's
to
a Golan
midnight.
Globus. Golan Globus, the people who brought you Invasion USA and other great movies.
Yeah, why is there no one doing this? You know,
What?
like, why is there no Golan Globus now?
worship?
You know, like,
Yeah.
why is somebody not like?
What about Andrew and Hans? We could write a great action movie.
We could. You know, like, I think all that Tromaville shit was stupid, but why is nobody doing Tromaville? You know what I mean? Like, it's cheaper to make a movie now than it was when people were doing this. Why is there
there's
not
no-
a studio that's just doing shit exploitation movies? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Or is there, and I'm just too, like, out of it to know?
No, there probably isn't. It's probably corny as shit. Because everybody has to put see, that's the problem with the future is everybody has to put a twist on it.
Yeah,
It can't
I just want to
be-
start a studio that just makes some derivative of the movie Cobra every single year for the next 20 years.
We could just cast people and we'd be like, we don't need you to be funny or ironic or anything. We need you to actually be like Miami Connection. Can you do that? Like, not funny on purpose. Like, I need you to be really like Cobra. And we're not going to pay you at all. We'll pay you on the back end. That's the way you get out of it. Because then you're like, oh, we didn't make any money, you know. And you're a 1099. We just made you sign that 1099, so you're going to actually owe taxes.
Yeah, oh, shit. Ooh, they really fucked you here, didn't they? Oh, boy.
Yeah, boy, you signed a bad deal. This is your first welcome to Hollywood, dude. This is your first lesson in what not to do. But we could cast great people, unknowns.
Awesome.
And it would be this might be our $1 million idea. We could open a small studio and be like, okay, we're going to make awesome action films for cheap. And we're going to shop them. We're gonna find like a dashing dude, like the modern day Jan Michael Vincent. Right?
Or who was American Ninja? What was that guy's name? He was awful.
Jeff Speakman.
Oh, fuck.
I thought about Jeff Speakman right when I woke up the other day, which was really weird.
It's bizarre. Yeah, wow.
Yeah, I was like, what? Because I was watching like karate movies and shit, and I watched Cynthia Rothrock, who's like really hot back then, but now she looks awful. And I mean, she looks fine. I don't want to be mean. Cindy, if you're listening, forget us, because she knows karate. She'll really kick my ass.
time's a motherfucker.
Time is a motherfucker. I fucking took a selfie today, thinking I'd be all cute for young bucks, and I looked, the stress on my face, I look legitimately 50 years old. I was like, if I sent this to her pussy would dry up forever.
You look like the Crypt Keeper, but it's the Crypt Keeper from the old 1970s movie. Where it's like the guy in the robe. Enter the crypts. Like,
Enter the crypt
fuck.
and never come out. Yeah, exactly. I look exactly like that.
That's a
I look
great
like
movie. I
Buddy
gotta go
Hackett.
fucking download that shit. The old Tales from the Crypt from the 70s or maybe even 60s. Great fucking movie. That was the first one with the crazy Santa Claus. So good.
I'm a big creep show guy. Ted Danson
Creep Show. Excellent. Real good.
getting drowned alive by a playing it straight Leslie Nielsen.
That is really kind of the highlight. I do like.
Yeah.
I referenced the one from part 2 with the raft and the big fucking spongy amoeba thing a lot, and nobody understands what I'm talking about ever. I'm doubling down on being weird because nobody gets me.
See, that's the thing. You got to find. It's like I make young bucks watch all of this weird shit, right? And I can tell she wants to connect with it so bad. But she wasn't born yet.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
Born in the 90s, so like, I was just like, well, let's watch it anyway. And we watched it. Our thing is like Sundays, we like eat hummus and watch USA Up All Night videos, which is like dream.
Damn.
Like fucking marry me, like awesome. And we watched this like Canadian really bad movie, and she was really getting into it, which was awesome. So, I guess that's the gauge. Like, your favorite movies that you would never show anybody when you're thinking about bunking down with a woman or a man. Show them those movies. And if they, like, act bored or they're on their phone, hit the ejector seat like you're a Knight Rider.
I recall very vividly. There's a place near us that they do midnight movies of like old shit, and I brought Gab to go see The Thing. She had never seen it before, Now, okay, granted, The Thing is the best movie ever made. We all know this. It's obvious. And in tying it all together, Wilford Brimley in his finest performance. But fully expecting to go to a horror movie from like 1985 or some shit at midnight on like a weekday. Like, full potential to hate this. But she really enjoyed it. I was like, fuck, that's fucking awesome. That's the sickest. It's so
That's
sick.
the sickest. Then we watched The Running Man on Sunday.
Well done.
Young Box and I, not Gav and I.
Oh, wow. Oh, shit. Jesus.
Yeah, surprise, surprise, surprise. Gab and I have been hanging out. Fuck. No, Young Box and I watched The Running Man, and she liked it.
I mean, who wouldn't like it? That's the thing.
It's a
like,
great movie.
You're a
Killian.
monster if you don't like it.
A total phone-in from Arnold. He was so many, like, you know how he always has, like, his I'll be back moment? Every time he kills somebody, he's like, Sub-Zero, now, total zero. It's
Yep.
like, you don't have to do that,
Always
dude.
the thing. I'm sure it's probably in his contract.
Fireball, I just put your fire out.
All
Okay,
right.
whatever.
So, what's the homework movie then? What's the relationship test movie for people who are too young for these things now?
It's got to be Club Bed, I think.
I don't know what that is.
You never watched Club Bed?
No.
Go out and watch Club Bed.
I'm gonna.
Here. Let me see if I can find the Club Bed trailer. Because it's a takeoff of Club Med, obviously.
I
but it's
caught
Club-
that.
But it's Club Bed, which, you know, leads you to believe that maybe there's some hanky-panky going on. Basically, a bunch of hard bodies bucking for favor, which is, you know, similar to our lives. Let's see if I can find... If Club Bed trailer is on YouTube, the future officially rules, and I'll never say another bad thing about it.
You know, I just went to go and see if I could find it, and of course it just assumes I'm misspelling the word clubbed.
Oh, yeah, it's fucking...
You got to put it into quotations. It's
keeps
the only way you're going
telling
to get it.
me it keeps telling me it's clubbed. Like, guess
My spot that I go to illegally download movies and television shows
Don't
is
tell me what
apparently
it
down.
is, dude. Which was called what?
I guess I could say it now. It doesn't make a difference. It was called like OZNZB. Is gone now, and I don't know what to do. So I have two asks of the younger ones in the audience, the younger ones listening. I ask number one that you take the woman or man in your life and you sit there and you make them watch Total Recall, the original Total Recall, and see if your relationship can survive that. Because if they don't like it, then they're not the one for you. And then secondly, I need the ones that have no woman or man in their life and download movies all day to tell me where the good spot for downloading the shit is now, because my shit's gone. And I was paying for it, and it sucks.
Paying for it?
I was
Wow.
paying for it. You know what? I discovered the joy of paying for shit. Even if you're downloading illegally, just the joy of like not typing in a fucking code and... Is this the right one, or is this going to give me some shit where my webcam turns on in the middle of the night, or like, you know, just pay for shit. It's all right. I buy movies from iTunes now. Who gives a fuck? I can afford it. I'm a grown up, right? I can buy shit.
Yeah, but if your webcam turned on in the middle of the night,
Give a shit.
what would you see?
In the middle of the night, you'd see me sleeping. I would imagine.
Well, I mean, okay.
I'm sorry to disappoint. I know you were looking for something greater there.
No, sleep is good. It's good to get sleep. I mean, so there's a movie on the USA Up All Night YouTube channel called Paramedics.
All right.
I think that might be the one. That might be the one to watch with your special, or
Oh,
soon,
that okay. I thought you meant that would be Club Bed. All right, yeah, that sounds good.
soon to figure out. Or just listen to the intro. It's a Vestron video, so
Love Vestron Video.
you can hear the hiss.
Should I get a Vestron Video logo tattoo?
You should, because you have that commitment to bad movies.
Yeah.
I think it's time. If the people out there want to know, this is an association with Crow Productions, and it's a Ruddy Morgan production.
Are you actually watching the movie right now?
Yeah. Because Awesome soundtrack.
Yeah, Vestron Video. That is the logo I was thinking of. Really good.
Everybody has a need to express themselves. Let me tell you about mine. Well, I never feel more in control of myself than when I'm riding
Oh, these guys are fucking picking up women in the ambulance.
Damn.
I need to be where the feeling is right. Lately I've been running against the grain.
This song is awful.
I'm into this. This is nice.
It sounds like
Sounds like Jason the Scorchers.
Yeah, it sounds kind of like Dwight Twilley. Like a down on his luck Dwight Twilley doing the soundtrack for Paramedics. I'm not going to play the entire movie of Paramedics because it already looks very crummy.
You're right, though. That might be the move. Or it could be Summer
Yeah.
Job with
Or,
Herman.
I mean, you know, that's the standby. Summer Job. I mean, if you're going to show a woman a movie, not a girl, because she doesn't, I mean, chances are she's not going to stick around long enough for you to watch a whole movie.
Yeah, no, that's it.
She's got shit to do. She's got her projects to do. If she's a young woman, she's got her shit. And you're not going to stand in the way of that. I don't know what that means, but, you know, she wants to be like the next Lorde. So she's making music. You know the singer Lorde.
Oh, I'm familiar with Lord.
We could be royals.
My favorite thing with Lord, it has nothing to do with Lord, but all right. So that album, I don't even know if it's good or bad. It doesn't speak to me in the same way where I can't tell if like a book in Chinese is written well. I just don't. It's just an entirely different language. To me, it sounds very bad. But the actual sound of it, it has like these really deep fundamental notes. So people like to test speakers with it. 'Cause it's got a huge range on it.
Wow.
So my old company came out with a pair of like $65,000 speakers. They are insane. They look like fucking sci-fi monsters. They are totally ridiculous. And we finally, around the time I left my old company, we got a pair into the showroom, and each one requires its own circuit. It's so powerful. And it like each one has an app that can run it. It's like it is an unbelievably like intense speaker. It's really fucking insane. And so we went there. We have a lossless file. You know, we keep all our lossless files in one plug. So we finished up the day. We took the covers off. You know, no one could see them before, so we had them covered up. But finally, we closed it. You know, we closed the store, put the shades down, took the covers off, and there they were. And we put the USB stick in. We found all these lossless files, and one of them was the Lord one. Turned everything up and pressed play, and the fucking album made the speakers bottom out. So every time I hear that fucking song, I just hear a $65,000 speaker going and like, oh well, okay, box them up. That's it. Forget it.
Sounds like a bass fucking a 86 Honda with a bass box. In the
Yeah,
back.
exactly. Just imagine somebody dropping a plate at the lowest note, and that's exactly what it sounds like.
Jesus.
So that's
65K
when I knew it was time to go.
65K to develop those speakers, and they get chumped. They get chumped in the DB wars.
The very first fucking thing we put on to totally fucking ass that out. It was the worst sound I've ever heard in my life. It was great.
It's wild.
Yeah, really good.
How'd you feel about that after it happened?
So
You're like,
good,
"I'm
because I
out."
think I was already leaving by that point, so I had like a good chuckle.
You know, that's how I feel now. Like now, when misfortune occurs at my job, I'm just like, great. But I'm also to the point. I'm like with my boss. My boss just says anything, and I'm like, that sounds great. Whatever you want.
Yeah, just knock yourself
But
out.
she's catching on. She's like, you're just saying that. And I said, I just really wanna help out. I just say like really like dull statements like that, and that's when I knew that I should go. No reason to say it's a good reason to go. Blow through, some savings. It's fine.
That's a great way to look at it.
Yeah, maybe Maybe elevate. You know what I think I'm really gonna do is try to like make our podcast blow up.
I mean, that would be a good use of your time, to be perfectly honest. Just go and become like the marketing director for this bullshit podcast that we do.
Yeah, I would do it. We get on, like get like a roster of call like Skype in guests. Maybe I'll do that.
Just call people
like-
like you're like the way liquor salesmen walk into bars at 2 p.m. Like, hey,
Hey, bro, I just want to let you know we got a brand new IPA out. I'd love to see it on one of your taps.
oh,
Okay.
cool. You realize the sun is still out, right? Why are you in here?
Well, you ever just sit down and want to have like a nice cold brew?
No.
Tell you what, why don't you pour me one? We'll have a discussion. We'll break bread.
Oh, no.
When a salesman says we'll break
we'll
bread,
break bread.
I want to fucking blow my head off. We'll break bread.
No, we won't.
I get crazy calls from people who are trying to like headhunt now because like people like the vultures are circling around my company where I work, my place where I work. So every day it's like these sketchy, weird, like, hello, sir. I was informed that you may have several vacancies, several people working in your department who may be looking for new employment. And I was
God.
like, wow, we're definitely on. The thing was, there's something called the Warren List that comes out, but it's confidential. When you have to put it out 60 days before layoffs occur.
Oh,
But-
really? Interesting.
But the Warren List is available to certain companies, headhunting companies, so they can go and be like, all right, well, these motherfuckers are on the Warren List. I'm going to call and offer them a job. Suddenly, starting like Monday, I'm getting like 3 calls a day from different headhunting companies. We're looking for a
damn.
planning giving director for the Salvation Army for the entire state of New York. Okay. I'm definitely not qualified. Sorry. It's wild. And I knew, I was like, we're on a fucking Warren List. So there's a lot going into this 2 weeks thing.
Do you think this is the full fucking curtain call for the college right here? Is this where
No.
it begins?
No, this is the cheesy, like, this round of layoffs will work. I know it. This is after the 2 rounds of layoffs didn't work. This one's gonna work. I know it.
Oh, God.
Anyway, would you like to do some questions, Andrew?
You beat me to it. I was just opening my mouth to ask. Yeah.
Well, there are some. I'm gonna ignore the haters.
A couple haters. Yeah, a couple very mean people writing in, which I thought was good.
Children. Yeah, it's fucking really stupid. Like, really, come on. Like, not even like, oh, I'm gonna hit you back. It's like, it's not a discourse. It's not like a point counterpoint. It's just like the adult equivalent of like walking by somebody in the hall and saying fag.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like really dumb. So keep it up because it's actually incredibly entertaining. So keep it going because I every time I see a message like,
All right, let's call it what it is. Some guy walking past on the hall and yelling "fag." It's kind of funny. Like enough time has gone by where it's like, oh, that's such a cute throwback. It's wild.
fag. It's like, oh, hey, buddy, you live alone, a lot of empty pizza boxes. I get it.
Say, boil everything. Cool.
Yeah, I got you, man. You got it. You have to put that hate out somewhere. I get it. I totally get it. Not, you're not expending it sexually. You're not expending it professionally. You've just got to put the hate out somewhere. I get it. I totally get it. In episode 169, will you guys finally have an in-room full swap?
Wow.
You met Young Box. Would you like to sleep with her?
I feel like these are some hard sales here.
Yeah.
Like that's.
I
I feel like
I'm
that's
assuming.
a no.
No, you won't want to sleep with Young Box.
No,
What's
we're
wrong
not.
with
We're not
Young
sleeping with Young Box. I'm not gonna tell you, and I'm gonna have you like always wonder, and then spend like tonight. You'll go over and be like, "Oh, is that it? That thing that I didn't notice that she does before that weird, that like totally innocuous habit she has? Is that it? Is that the
Oh
problem?"
my God!
Oh,
What?
fuck.
No,
Oh, fuck.
come on, man. She's a fine, upstanding young woman. Very beautiful, and she's ride or die. It's great. So I guess that means no. But that brings up a good point for episode 169, which is funny. What should we do? Should we have someone call in during their experience?
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I hesitated to release this to the world, but I recorded Young Box and I last night. And I'm ready to let it go into the world.
Oh, fuck. What am I about to walk into here?
Oh my god, oh god, yeah. Oh yeah, okay. Are you getting close? Oh my god, yeah, are you getting close? Oh yeah, that's so funny. That's so funny. Are you getting close? Oh, does it feel good, baby? Does it feel good, baby?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, you think you're gonna come for me? Oh, yeah. Let me hear you come.
Can't do it. I
Let
can't.
me hear you come.
It's too much pressure.
Oh, let me lick your clit more. How about now? I just licked your clit for a second.
For a second.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's so hot.
Oh, you like when my big cock goes in your wet pussy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're about.
I feel like that should be our new theme song. We're just going to play that at the start and end of every episode.
Yeah, Young Bucks and I did that last night. We weren't actually sleeping together.
Get the fuck out.
We were laying down being weird, and I recorded it because that's what we do. I just turned to her and I say, "Let me lick your clit, baby." Like we'll be driving wordlessly for like 5 minutes, and I'll just turn to her and be like, "Let me lick your asshole," and she'll be like, "Oh."
Cool, guys.
Totally.
Cool.
Guy. It's a budding romance, and that's what you do. You go to Whole Foods together, and you sexually harass each other.
Wow.
Pretty awesome. It's a wild scene. In retrospect, that sounded like a wild scene.
That did sound. That was pretty. That was very lifelike.
Yeah. Why is caffeine considered cool within straight edge, but not stuff like Adderall? I have no
Because
idea.
straight edge doesn't make any fucking sense. Like,
Straight edge
stop.
is
It's
straight edge
not
is
a thing.
Corny youth movement. It's like if you were still would you still be in Boy Scouts if you were like 35?
It's a
Probably
great way
not.
to look at it. Yeah, it doesn't and it's not like you
Like, boy-
you don't have to drink after you realize it's a
Yeah.
corny youth movement. Like, you still don't have to do any of those things. It's perfectly fine. Hella functioning adults don't do any of that shit. It's
But
fucking
to wear
weird.
the shirt that says,
Yeah.
by the way, it's okay not to drink, like to wear that shirt at over 30 is wild ass.
I don't know what to do with that.
Or to have X's in front of you and behind your name. Wild. That's somebody who I can understand. There's certain tenets and occurrences in your youth that you don't want to let go of. I'm definitely
I wanted to let everything go. If I could go to Total Recall but have my 20s erased and just go from age 17 to age fucking 33, I'd be joys. It'd be fucking so wonderful.
right. But I mean that straight edge shouldn't really be one of them. That's not like a thing you should do forever.
No, definitely not.
At one point, you should be able to get a scotch and water.
Well, it's
with an
also
attract- with an
call it what
attractive
it is.
woman.
I think there's nothing. All right, so let's say you're 36 and straight edge, because that's what you call it. That's just what it's called. If you go to church, you call it going to church. You don't have to make up another name for it because that's the word that describes what you're doing. If you're 36 and you're straight edge, fuck, all right, fine, whatever. Who cares? If you're 36 and you're worrying about why Adderall is not straight edge but something else is, you're a fucked up person.
Yeah, you've,
No,
you're,
sorry.
you're a brutal case of Arrested Development. That should.
It's a bad scene. Don't be that guy.
Yeah, I mean it's like one of the things with you have this tight knit group of, I guess, pseudo friends, but you're friends because you agree, pretty much, and you're into nu metal and radio rap, but you're also straight edge. And you kind of tumble through life with no strong opinions because everything scares the shit out of you. but you've got your tight-knit group of bros who have claimed an allegiance to the 24th letter of the alphabet.
I got nothing
Good
to
for you.
add to it. I got. Ugh.
Good for you. Sounds great.
Oh,
the
shit,
Bumpus,
is the bird
the
dead?
Bumpus' dog. I think the dog is. I think the bird is dead.
All right, 'cause, yeah, it's that. I don't know when that stopped, but I suddenly realized it's no longer there.
Would you like a heavy one?
I'm looking at the heavy one right now. It's pretty heavy.
Mid-20s male?
Yeah,
All right, I'll read it.
let's go. Let's just do it. Fuck.
I am a mid-20s male, and I'm coming to terms with accepting, oh my god, sexual abuse I experienced as a child.
It's really undercutting the gravity of this question.
Yeah, Dumpus's dogs, can you we're reading a heavy question here. Could you clam up, please? Thank you. As is easy to imagine, I am also always unsettled by the thought of being physically/sexually close with somebody, even if I legitimately like them. It's by no means ruining my life, driving me to self-harm or anything like that, but it does make me feel like I have been and am continuing to miss out on things because of psychological walls I've put up. Any advice on getting better? Thanks. We've been doing this podcast for a while.
Agreed.
I'm overwhelmed by the amount of hopelessness/helplessness that occurs all around us. There is like I'm not by any means a man's man. I'm not a tough guy. I don't pull my dick out for Harambe or whatever. But this is that shit that you should put in that lockbox upstairs and never let out.
I don't know. I was actually going to respond by playing Break Down the Walls,
You know what? A great idea.
but
Oh my-
I
you know
couldn't
what,
find
let's-
it. I
well,
will
you know
say,
what?
all right, while you're looking for it, I don't think this is. I think maybe a couple years ago I would have treated this like something. Yeah, you just like put away. It's just not like a thing that gets brought up. But I think that this is an awesome situation to do some fucking to put in some work. Like I'm a big fan of when you find yourself in situations that are awkward or unpleasant or like cause you to get like breathy, that you stop and you pause and you go, oh, this is one of those times for me to put in some fucking work. So you get in there and you fuck, even though you feel weird about it. And because you feel weird about it, you get in there and you fuck. That's just sort of the thing. It seems excessively bro-ish that I'm saying you get in there and you fuck, but only because of the subject matter. If we were talking about being afraid of a dog, I'd be like, you get in there and you play with a dog. In this case, we're
Yeah.
talking about you fucking. So you get in there and you fuck because you are afraid to, and because you feel nervous about it, and because you feel like it's not your place to be doing it. That, if you frame it in the proper way, is the impetus for getting in there and fucking. So, yeah, no one else in this world is going to break down your walls for you. It's not going to happen. It's like, even if you pay somebody to fucking talk you through it, you're still doing it. Like when you pay a fucking psychologist to like help you through some shit, they're not doing anything. They're not anything. They're not doing any heavy lifting. They're asking you fucking Socratic questions and you're answering this shit yourself. So skip the part where you pay a grad student to do that and just do it. And feel bad and feel weird and fail and like, I don't know, probably like get upset and like cry when no one's around and then just get back up and do it again. I feel why that's your thing. It shouldn't be that hard. It is. So you keep doing it. And having said that,
Are you fucking ready?
I was born ready.
Holy shit, this is way worse than I remember it. Straight Edge is some Jim Jones shit. 'Cause
Really
if you're convinced-
stupid.
If you're convinced that's good music, you have to go to a fucking mental hospital.
If you were
I'm
convinced
sorry.
it's good music, you were assaulted by a claw hammer in a plane cockpit. There's no other way around it. It's just
Good
fucking-
lord, yeah, you were on FedEx Flight 350. If you think that's good, those are good tunes, man. Like Project X is worse.
Yeah.
And Bold, like everybody universally agrees, Bold is very bad.
Bold is it's like Chain of Strength. It's just an inside joke. It's not like a
It's the
real
same-
thing.
Yeah, it's just it became the cult of hardcore celebrity. Everybody tried to become a professional hardcore person at that time in the 80s. They saw other people, other hardcore patriarchs making lots of money.
Lots
And
of
they're like,
money.
well, why can't I do that? Why can't I like avoid adulthood maybe forever? Like I can be Arthur Civarelli at age 50 going to a garage sale.
We're going to tie this back into that last question. You have two options. You can get in there and fuck, or you can be Arthur Civarelli going to a garage sale at 50. Like, those are sort of your options. You either you grow or you stagnate. These fucking chimpanzees have chosen to stagnate. You have the option to grow if you simply decide when you're going to put in work. So put in work.
Remember Sad Porcel digging through records by himself in a record store in Albany
Picture it.
at age 50. That could be you.
That could be.
You could be Brian Baker touring with Bad Religion. Cool, but like not that cool.
Not even a little cool.
Not even a little cool.
No.
I mean, sure, he makes dough. Probably not that much dough.
Probably
I mean,
not that
after-
much, no.
Because I follow him on Instagram because I liked him to a certain point. Liked the way he played guitar and the way he was like had a really couldn't care less attitude when he played Dag Nasty live, where he would just wear like a tank top and like sweatpants, and like would just really like just to play like took any opportunity to play hot solos over everything, which I loved. But I mean, he posts photos of like, oh, on the Bad Religion bus. Like that's a lot of money. Like that's a lot of money coming out of the tour. I would be in like the Bad Religion Geo Metro
Yeah.
if I were them. I would be staying at the Bad Religion Motel 6 if I were them and stacking that money. But they want to live a certain, there's a notion of paying your dues that everybody seems to feel after a while. They're like, I couldn't start from zero.
I assure you can.
You can start from sub-zero.
Yeah, I
just-
give you everyone listening. I give you full assurance that tomorrow you potentially could start from zero.
I played a street festival to 0 people.
That was so good. That was pure joy, pure joy.
I knew you'd love that. 0 people. Couldn't care less. And that's fine. See, and that's because I didn't insulate myself with the false blanket of security that comes with making your Hail Mary pass. It's okay that nobody likes my music. Totally fine. Because I love it. And the new stuff's even worse.
Excellent. Looking forward.
You're going to learn the songs. Can't wait.
I'm not totally moved by any of these questions here. You have any you want to go through, or do you want to pull a plug and hope for better questions next week?
I hope for better questions next week. The reality, probably not.
Probably not.
I'm going to try to find one more. Oh, my God.
Oh, shit.
These are some pretty bad questions. You know what? Fuck it. We love you all, but you are lacking in the question department.
Yeah, the questions have been substandard.
It's okay. It's fine. Anything to plug, Andrew?
I felt like there was a thing, but I don't know what it is, so no. No, I got nothing. Never mind. Forget it.
I have nothing to plug other than my date with freedom tomorrow. Like a young John McCain finally being released from the Hanoi Hilton. I will be putting my notice in at work. And it is scary. It is wonderful. And it is true.
please record this if you think of it while the adrenaline is pumping. Fucking just set that voice recorder on and just
It's funny because
wander right
I
in.
fully intended on recording all of my interactions with my boss, so I can, if anything gets really weird, I can just play it for HR.
Ah, perfect.
Because it's legal to record people without their knowledge in New York State.
Well, it's good to know.
I have hours of meetings, performance reviews, everything right on my phone.
God, I got to start doing that. That's a really good idea.
That's great. There's been some times where there's been some sketchy stuff happening. And I have it all on tape.
Fuck it. I'm doing that tomorrow. I'm going to start.
I'll do it if you
What
do
the
it.
fuck episode is this?
This is episode 113.
I don't think that's right. Seriously, what the fuck? Is this 122? Is that right?
Wait a minute. Hold on a minute here. I'm really bad. I'm like... I take
just
way
fucking...
too much
I just
Xanax.
edited the other one literally yesterday, sitting out in a van outside my work. You'd think I would know.
This is episode 122, Andrew.
122. All right. Holy shit. There we
We're
go.
feeling it.
God,
We
169 coming up quick.
169.
Everyone
We've
start
gotta
doing
do
your tongue
something-
exercises now.
Yeah. We got to do something. We got to do a bust out.
Yeah.
We have to do live on air, like give oral on air or
Wow,
something.
damn.
So we participate in a 169.
Hey, just the one.
Just one.
Jesus.
If you had a choice between 169 and eating an entire pound of pasta, what would you do?
Damn.
I'm asking you. Bumpus is dumb.
It's tough because I'm in the when you go no carbs during the week, you reach a real low point. And right now, damn, a pound of pasta sounds pretty fucking good to me right
69 sounds good too, though, dude.
now. Yeah.
I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of doing that, you know?
Boiling pasta. Yeah, no, me too.
I'm a big fan of boiling pasta. Well, cool. Thank you for listening, everybody.
Cool. All right, we'll be back with 1, 2, 3. Fuck 1, 2, 3. Sick.
Oh, what are we?
Cool.
Are we gonna do something?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
Should we
3,
do something
4, 5,
special?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah.
10, 11. Well, that's your
Jesus.
company. Anyway, should we do something special for episode 123?
We do something special. Maybe we should do a live in the same room episode, as though that was not already going to happen with me being in town next week. Maybe we should do. Yeah.
We should
Cool.
do a live in the same room episode, and it would be awesome with secret special guests.
Ooh, shit.
Stay tuned.
All right, fuck off. Good night. Kid music, go away.
Giving it good, letting her work. Giving it good.